And you know what? We got to talk about the king of Detroit right now. Everywhere you go, all around the country, even internationally now, people are, globally, people are chanting, Jared Goff, Jared Goff,
hey,
Jared Goff,
hey,
Jared
Goff, hey.
At one point, you know what? I can tell you about the numbers, but we got something. You know, JB, stun on them real quick because you were really big on Jared Goff last week in our preview. Talk to me, brother.
I mean, once again, like I said, I don't want to say I told you so, but I mean, I told you so.
Get your shit off, JB.
Look, I sat here and I said, I was directing this towards Goff personally. Like, you don't got to be perfect. No one's expecting you to be perfect, but I need you to play clean out there. And my God, my man, you played clean. Hey, I didn't want to say it was going to be a perfect game, but he started perfect. It was 12 for 12 for a while, and next thing you know, just one little slip-up mistake. All right, that's cool, that's fine. You know what? You finished 22 out of 25, 280 yards, 2 touchdowns. My God. I think, I don't know where I've seen this stat before, and I might have to go back and look on socials, but shout out to Dante151. But I believe he was the cleanest quarterback out of this weekend. I think he was top, the number one, probably PFF or something like that. I'll definitely have to go back and double check that. But Goff, my guy, and you took my advice and you took it personally. You took that personally, and you went out there and you played clean as ever. No matter what anyone else says, no matter when we were down 10 points, no matter when we were down 10 points, you said, hey, don't lose confidence. You went to that sideline and you told every single person, we are not losing this game. And you came out there, you did your damn thing. We did not lose this game at all. Nobody was worried. Nobody was worried. And no one ever should be. Shout out to you, Goff.
Look, I see people in the chat. They were like, if anything, we were more or less just frustrated because I believe we know what this team is. And Flannel, I want you to be able to kind of paint this thing. What is it? Flannelangelo?
Right, Flannelangelo.
But before that, we got to add in a little bit of narrative and context because some people see the numbers, say whatever, right? But you got to think about this. How much are the Lions in their offense being aided by flags? If anything, they found themselves a couple times having to convert on some long thirds and second downs because they were the ones being called for flags. When you think about the positions that this team was put in, Jared Goff overcame a whole lot. It's not just the numbers, but when you look at the complete context of the positions that he was in and when he did his damage, that's where it even takes those numbers up just a little bit more.
100%. And JB, you said that you didn't need Jared Goff to be perfect. Over the last 3 weeks, he's been about as close as you possibly can. And the best compliment that I could give him is that he keeps setting the standard because I believe that right now Jared Goff is playing the best football of his career. Whether it's with the Rams, whether it's with the Lions, Jared Goff has been absolutely spectacular. And I keep having to readjust that because I said that last year after the Broncos game. I said that last year after the Chargers game. I said that last year after the Bucks game, and I said that last year after the 2 games last season against the Vikings. But did you know that Jared Goff has had a quarterback rating of 140 or higher in 3 consecutive games?
Stop playing with him.
That's insane.
But he's not mobile, though.
Well, didn't need a whole lot of mobility. He hasn't needed a lot of mobility the last 3 weeks, and he is one of 4 quarterbacks in NFL history to do so. And the only quarterbacks to do that before him were Aaron Rodgers in 2011, best season of his career, The Greatest Show on Turf, Kurt Warner in 1999, and Roger Staubach in 1971. When I said rarefied air, that's what I mean. Jared Goff is on a biblical-style heater right now. He just puts the ball where he wants to put it, whenever he wants to put, like just anytime he wants.
I was going to say, like, how special is it right now? Because obviously there are some quarterbacks that make it look flashy. For me, Jared Goff makes it look flashy. Like that pass to Amon-Ra St. Brown was pretty, bro. It was beautiful. What up, though, KG?
Yeah, and what you didn't mention about that is that the Vikings sent cover zero against Jared Goff. Can we put this narrative that Jared Goff can't throw the football under pressure?
Talk to me.
Can we put that shit to bed? Because for one, last year he was one of the best QBs against the blitz, and in this game they blitzed him at almost 60% of his dropbacks. And what he do? 13 to 15 for 159 yards and a tutty, man. We got to stop playing with this guy. He is playing MVP football right now, and this narrative that you just blitz him and he'll fall apart, that's false, man. He steps up in the pocket. He's not afraid to take a hit, and he looks downfield, man. When they played cover zero a few times in this game, he torched them damn near every single time. Like, we got to stop this narrative, man. He is playing really, really good football right now. Not to mention the fact that he's been clean. He had 14 straight before his first miss in this game, 22 of 25. I think through his last 3 games, his completion percentage is in the 80s. We got to stop. This man is very good for this Lions team, and he's playing at an MVP level. We got to call it like it is.
KG got me fired up, man. And you know what? That other pass to Amon-Ra St. Brown down the end of the game, down the stretch, in between 2 or 3 defenders. And Amon-Ra, hell of a catch. Offensive line held up just long enough, man. And it was exactly what we needed, because we talk about the perfection as it relates to the 12 for 12s and the 14 for 14 and then the Hall of Fame game. But even some of those throws, you hear talk about, does he have the arm strength? Can he put it on a dot? Is it wobbly? You know what? Those passes were exactly what they needed to be, each and every one of them. And Jared Goff proved, hey, Devin, a dog, I see you.
Shout out,
man. It's a victory
Shout
Monday.
out.
Jared Goff, man, he continues to prove that any narrative that you want to run against him to try and keep him outside of your top quarterbacks in the NFL, it's just simply wrong. At what point in time are you going to learn? Don't bet against this man. Don't bet against a Detroit Lions-led team with Jared Goff as his starting quarterback.
Well, I mean, you mentioned that throw to Amon-Ra St. Brown, the one to get that key first down towards the end of the game. That was one of the best throws he's ever made.
Yes.
It was nasty. In a window, man. That's something that if I saw the all 22 and I saw him throw the ball, I'd be like, no. But then that ball got there faster than I've ever seen a Jared. That had some zip on that thing, man.
Yeah. It had to. He had 8 defenders coming at him.
And that kind of leads me to my other point. And this is something that I totally missed this week, and I'm kind of kicking myself for it. It was obvious that this week was going to be a big Amon-Ra St. Brown game, because when you go against a team, when you go against the Vikings in a Brian Flores-led defense, they're going to blitz you. So that means that you're going to need to get rid of the ball quickly. And to the Vikings' credit, some of the blitzes actually got home, but when they weren't, who would you rather throw it to than Amon-Ra St. Brown? Somebody who runs these quick, concise routes. Jared Goff and Amon-Ra St. Brown have this unreal timing, and it was always going to be that way. If the Lions' offense was going to be effective, it was going to be a big Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown day. It was set up to be a big Amon-Ra day, and a day where J-Mo didn't contribute as much because his routes take more time to develop. And that's okay, by the way. It's just something that I wish I would have picked up on throughout the week. But now that it actually happened, it just makes so much sense. And man, when it comes to the timing between those two, the synergy between, Ben Johnson and Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown, it's a thing of beauty, man. It's like watching Picasso paint. It really is.
It's epic that they came into this game, they had a game plan, and it wasn't like it was easy. Those catches from Amon-Ra St. Brown, they were contested. Even the touchdown one, man, it was perfectly. I love the fact that they have this chemistry already, because you're gonna need Jared Goff and Amon-Ra to be exactly what we saw, because that to me is one of the batteries when you talk about what can overcome or help to reduce not having Aiden Hutchinson there. What we saw yesterday between Jared Goff and Amon-Ra St. Brown, their connection is elite. No matter what you think about them individually at their positions, is he top 10? Is he not? Is he a slot merchant? Is he a true number 1 or not? The thing that is unquestionable is the fact that their connection is elite. And that's what the Minnesota Vikings experienced yesterday.
Oh, man. And experience that did they ever. And this was Amon-Ra St. Brown's best game of the season, without a shadow of a doubt. It was, we all saw it last year to the tune of 1,500 yards. And so far this year, Amon-Ra's numbers haven't been quite what we expected them to be. But this is the game, like I said before, where you needed Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jared Goff, that timing to be impeccable. And it was. I genuinely think that they have telepathy and they finish each other's sentences. But that's what you need. It's like I said, it was an absolute thing of beauty. You could put it in the Louvre, some of those connections.
Hey, Michelangelo.
Hey, yeah. Speaking of people in the Louvre, right?